Anyway, everyone seems to be blaming everybody for this financial mess. Not Sarah Palin, though. Palin telling our Greta Van Susteren there's plenty of blame to go around, and it's time to start pointing fingers at Congress and Barack Obama. Well, Manesca says Republicans need to start doing just that. Tom Feeney is a Republican congressman from Florida. Congressman, I guess, as you've indicated in prior interviews, the blame game only goes so far, but you guys are getting a lot of this blame and a lot of this wrath. Is it fair?
Well, Congress should be blamed, but not the free market conservatives in Congress. You know, Barney Frank, the chairman of the Financial Services Committee, said this is a failure of markets and government has to fix it. I believe the opposite. I believe the left in America has been waiting all my adult lifetime for a crisis like this so they can take the largest leap towards socialism ever. We're now talking about nationalizing banks. We've nationalized the largest insurance company. I voted against the Fannie Freddie bailout. I tried to privatize, along with Jeb Hensarling and others, Fannie and Freddie years ago to get the taxpayers out of the gambling business on Wall Street. And of course, I voted against these bailouts twice. Neil, I believe this. I believe that investors worldwide are betting that Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama are going to take this country towards socialism. And that's why the market is collapsing today.
So you think wait a minute, you think that the prospect of the capital gains tax going up, we did have one investor said that was a bit of an impetus for him to get out. His name is Kelsey Grammer, but I've heard from others who say that it's at least another reason to sell, but the only reason to?
Well, it's not the only reason, but also remember that the left has promised huge increases in personal income taxes. America has the second largest corporate taxing percentage in the world in the free market system. Look, Neil, two things happen when you promise to punish investors and taxpayers. Number one, they either put the money underground or they send it overseas. That's happening as we speak. I believe the markets are betting that Congress, led by left-wingers like Nancy Pelosi and Barney Frank, will continue to do stupid things, although I believe part of this is deliberate. Remember, these people—
But you guys have done stupid, not you in particular, but I mean, your party's been blamed for signing on to these expensive bailouts, expensive rescues, whatever you want to call them. Your presidential candidate signed on to this $300 billion mortgage rescue, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of the diehards in your party, congressmen, are saying, we're bigger spenders than they are.
Look, I got an A+ from you know, Americans for tax reform, Citizens Against Government Waste. Republicans spent too much. We spent like Democrats, but Democrats are spending like socialists and drunken sailors. Spending's a problem. Entitlement reform is weakening the dollar, weakening American credibility around the world. But even worse, I believe investors are betting that the political future of America is really bad right now. We're going to undo all the great gains for prosperity and freedom Ronald Reagan did and Lady Thatcher across the pond, and I'm terrified. I'm really scared. November 4 is going to be a very important election, freedom versus socialism.
We shall see. Congressman, are we going to take a break here? Okay.